Shoenke is the king of posts, deletes, going live, deletes, answering in stories, then deletes. He talks about how he wants to be transparent, but he fails to address anything. And he ends his things with saying, does that answer your question? When we all know the answer is no.
Nope.
So here is him in a series or a compilation of things from his another deleted live stream, guys. When this guy goes live, screen record him.
Do I watch Henry's videos? No.
Do I watch Henry's videos? No. All right. Does he watch my videos? No.
Do I watch Henry's videos? No. I get some clips, and we have I have an assistant who will sometimes catch different things. If there's anything worth reporting, if there's anything that's like worth mentioning, but it's all just silly goofiness.
How do you know it's silly goofiness if you don't watch the videos? You self-admittedly say, oh, the clips I've seen likely out of context, right? So you're watching out of context clips, and he's saying it's silly goofiness. Is you out in Kevin Porter as gay silly goofiness? You never said it's not true.
So the things I have heard, though, I think are really funny, though.
What about you spreading the rumor about Tatiana Neva being evil? Is that funny? What about those apology messages you sent to everybody? Is that funny?
Cucumber melon, that makes me laugh so much. And then the other one about hairline cut, I think that's really funny. These are all just like really silly things.
He can say it's funny and it's silly, but is it true? Is it true?
Hey, Aaron, how you doing? Big love from the UK. Batman Weiss before Daredevil.
Now, in the chat, you may see like Rican talking about calling everyone minions in the chat.
Will we see Kevin as Batman? No, you will not. It'll be Jason Font. We also, we're going for as close. Boy, look at this helicopter.
Here's the thing, guys. He 100% outed Kevin Porter as gay. Not allegedly. Fact. He said it. Not to one person, to multiple people. And the question you should be asking him is, why did he out Kevin Porter as being gay? Why did he do that? That's what you need to be asking him. Not why does he not talk to Kevin Porter? Not will Kevin Porter be there or not? Why did you out Kevin Porter as being gay? Now, coming up in a later segment, you're going to see why he did it.
They found me, guys. That's it. It's over. All the Kickstarter money that was lost and stolen.
No one ever accused him of losing or stealing Kickstarter money. Well, at least not me. But that's kind of like a misdirection. It was poorly managed. You got a $4 million piece of dog shit that you're trying to sell, and no one's buying it.
They found me. It's over. But no, we're going to be doing Jason Font. Jason Font is going to be Batman. We have to match Keaton's exterior. And then after that, when we do Batman versus hopefully Daredevil, that fight is going to be so intricate that we're going to bring in a accomplished stunt fighter to be Batman. Look at that right there.
Aaron has assistants. Assistants. He has overzealous fans willing to like supply him with information. How are you so important with Bat in the Sun that you can't reply yourself? Free intern? So capped. Hey, he's capping.
Stop the cap.
Bro, he only replies himself. No intern replying. Is the stuff Henry talk about, try Aaron? You just admit you done messed up, man. He has.
You done messed up, Aaron.
He has messed up significantly, but his fandom, he protects him a lot.
Bro, give us Spider-Man vs. Batman. That would be epic. Good thing JDF isn't here to take him to court. That is so silly. JDF was one of my closest friends. Trusted me completely.
Yo, trusted him completely. Oh, God. I love that when he say that trusted him completely and then we hear the audio or whatever.
Originally, I wanted to do 250,000, but Aaron wanted more. Greed.
Aaron's story has more hoes than the ozone layer. Facts.
And I don't know what he would take me to court about. I don't know if you guys understand how movies are made, especially when they're unionized. All this stuff is like checked. Everything that's done is we have our co-producer go through it all. Chris goes through everything. You guys just love living in this weird kind of conspiracy like zone that like none of that makes any sense. It's like you don't know how life works. Thank you. Wasn't White Dragon crowdfunder? Why are you seeking distribution funds instead of just releasing it? More J fans will miss their opportunity to see the film the longer you wait. So the film, we did crowdfund, but a private investor came in.
Chris J came in, man. Chris J came in. They really pulled the wool over his eyes. Like my insider said, parties on sets, margarita parties, blow up pools, 18-hour reshoots for Aaron because he absolutely can't act. It's abysmal. And we got Grim Angel here. Grim, I want to talk to you on the phone after this segment if you could spare me 2 minutes. You don't even have to cam up.
And put a ton of money into it.
Millions.
Way
about
more
4 million.
Than the original crowdfunding. So that's why the film has been elevated to a much more professional scale. And that's why we need distribution funds and so forth like that. So originally, you know, you want to make a smaller movie, which I kind of told Jason that wasn't really possible. I think Batman...
Now, here's the thing. Shout out to Grim Angel says that I asked bluntly, did you spread rumor about Kevin Porter being an LGBTQ? He responded, I don't think you should be speaking about anyone's sexuality. He didn't say no. I'm literally waiting on him to say no. I'm literally waiting on him to say he didn't talk about Kevin Porter being gay. I'm literally waiting on it. It's never going to happen. And that's a great question. You should have put that in a super chat because he doing the cop out. You're going to see his friend literally come up and say, yeah, Kevin Porter is gay. Well, I'm not going to confirm that. You know, you'll see the language in the text messages.
First Daredevil would be very cool. Why hasn't Jason's movie come out yet? Well, making movies is a giant, long process, especially when you don't have a ton of funds and your lead. Luckily, we got funds, and God bless Chris, our investor, for helping us with that. But at the same time, when your lead actor dies and the movie has to be a little reconstructed, it makes it a little tough. Is there a way I can contact you for internship opportunities? Yes, there is, Matt Marvel. Please reach out to me. We've done it before.
I'm going to show y'all something. Okay? I want y'all to look at this. Look at it intently. Look at it thoroughly. And tell me what it says. As we look, this is on the Legend of the White Dragon Twitter, which was posted July 24th, 2023. Legend of the White Dragon, originally slated to hit theaters this year on Jason's 50th birthday, September 4th, but Aaron informed fans on Saturday the film will now release during the first quarter of 2024, most likely in March. After their star's tragic, horrible passing, everyone rallied around this movie, said the director, who revealed they are in the process of doing $1 million worth of reshoots. Shout out, compliments of Chris J. Remember, Chris J let him do $1 million worth of reshoots. We were done with principal photography with Jason, and now we're doing reshoots to add a lot of things that he wanted to add in. I like how after he passed, almost a year after he passed, we're doing reshoots to add in things that Jason, quote unquote, wanted. Now, you have to wonder, when did Jason communicate his wants? You would think before he passed, right? You would think when Jason was alive and said, hey, we're done, we made a movie, everything he wanted in there would be in there, right? No. This is Aaron reshoots and using Jason to make fans think like, oh, Jason wanted this. It ain't. We only get one chance to make Jason's last movie, and that's what's going to last forever. So I hope y'all understand. It's only because we want to make the best possible. Well, the reason being is what I was told is this theater deal fell through. Fell through because Aaron was selling the movie as it was already sold. And then when they saw what he was putting out, they was like, nope, hell no. So what did he do? Hey, Chris J, we need $1 million to make it sellable. What do you do when you got a sucker on the line? Hey, we need a little bit more money, man. And then we're going to get all your $3 million back. We just need $1 million worth of reshoots. Chris J, blank check. Here you go. Here you go. Aaron just enters your final form into Adam 22. Oh my God. Let your wife get her cheeks clapped to earn your Bat in the Sun funds. Like, stick a fork in your career. You're done. God damn. You fumbled the bag on the same scale as Karen with the order. God damn. Hide the money.
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around.
Ooh, we got it off the top rope.
Originally, I wanted to do 250,000, but Aaron wanted more. Greed.
Ooh, man, let's get back to Aaron. Let's get back. I'm hoping y'all seeing Aaron for who he is. Hoping y'all seeing him for who he is.
Can I watch Dragon on Tubi? No. Well, it's not even out yet, and we haven't even talked with Tubi, so I don't think you'll be able to watch it on there. But we first got to get through these distribution talks. Come on, guys, please be patient.
Distribution talks, man. I was told it's going to get released on Tubi on September 4th. Signed, sealed, and delivered, and they're going to drop the Kickstarter simultaneously in September.
Yeah. People are just excited about the movie. They really want to see it, and I kind of love it. You know. Multiple accounts saying exposure is payment enough and being surprised when actors ask for money. That I'm not sure what you're talking about. Everyone that's working on Beatdown has been paid. So I don't know what you're talking about. Everyone on White Dragon was paid SAG scale, which is quite
low SAG scale.
Quite a bit. Everybody on Ninjak was paid SAG scale.
Low SAG scale. Now, don't act like he didn't try to get Gene to work for free for exposure. I'm working on that interview. It will be out soon. It's mostly edited. But yes, this is 100%.
Aaron wanted more. Greed.
And, you know, his karma's coming for him, guys. He's probably going to have to likely self-fund his Kickstarter. I can't imagine 5,000 people donating to it. Look for like a small amount.
Everybody on Dying is Easy was paid low budget SAG scale. What other things have we done? Power Rangers vs. Street Fighter, everyone was paid low SAG scale.
Everyone was paid low SAG scale.
So everyone was paid, although on the exposure thing, though.
And I think I started the low SAG scale, didn't I? He just be regurgitating my shit, man. Regurgitating. Because when we called him out, I was like, oh, all their shit was low SAG scale. When he said SAG scale, it was low. Beatdowns, $100 a day.
A lot of times when you work with people of big followings, you want that exposure. That is more valuable than, you know, a couple $100. I have friends who have giant followings that I've collabed and worked with, no pay, but I reap the rewards of getting some good exposure. So a lot of times you do that when you're also just creating some kind of, you know, fun little creative projects. Now, when you're working on really big official projects that generate tons of money, that's a different thing. And then you make sure that, you know, or if there's a giant budget provided, like White Dragon or Ninjak or Street Fighter versus Power Rangers. So they weren't fired.
Now, typically, guys, people do work for work, right? If, like, let's just say Deoxy was like, hey, man, can you come on my channel for an interview? I'd be like, abso-fucking-lutely, man. Say less or whatever. You see how it worked? He came on mine. I'll come on his. No money needs to exchange hands. It's like a favor for a favor. But Aaron did 100% try to get Gene Freeman to work for free. And if he tried to get him to work for free for quote unquote exposure, how many other people do you think he tried to get work for free? As he's always looking for quote unquote interns. You know what I'm saying? The interns.
Aaron wanted more. Greed.
They were let go. They just weren't brought back because the project didn't suit them. That's kind of normal for a lot of things. I don't like, it's kind of funny. Like,
now, when it says fired, not let go, he's literally not giving anyone any notice that they're fired. They're literally finding out when they come to set and they see like, oh, that's my character. Or they see him put out something that shows that, hey, that's my stuff too. Oh man, Aaron wife belonged to the streets. God damn, man.
In these streets.
Don't care if Aaron see me or block me. You came to YouTube as a villain with great concept, and you had a star, and you messed that up. Pissed all JDF hard work.
You done messed up, AA Ron.
I like how answers like greed in the chat, man. Oh man. All right, let's continue, man. Let's let him continue his deleted live streams.
you're trying to, I know what you're trying to do. Trying to do something, cause silly drama. But you know, people are brought in for different reasons for what they can do. You know, if we need you to fight, you need to be a fighter. You know, like if you look at Madeline Ray, great actress, great singer, can't fight at all. Never done anything like that.
Now, keep in mind, Amy Johnston's Harley Quinn, quote unquote, fight scene got cut out. So there, you know, it was a big fight scene. It was elaborate, but it got cut out. He said that in the deleted live stream that was on his YouTube channel. Guys, when he goes live, please screen record.
You know, you look at Amy Johnston, great actress, great fighter, can't sing. At least I don't think she can. You know, so people just have different reasons why you're brought in for a job. You can't teach someone to sing in a weekend, and you can't teach someone to fight in a weekend. And if you can, that's pretty insulting to the people that are professional singers and professional fighters. I shall audition for Joker in James Gunn's universe. Oh, that might be fun. Appreciate that. Let me see. Vox is asking about Harley Quinn. We've had 3 Harley Quinns. We had Madeline Ray. And then we had Amy Johnston. And then we had Tatiana Neva. All of which are great. And to answer your question, none of which were fired. That's for sure. There is no like commitment to always using an actor. We've had 3 different Batmans.
Now, he always liked to bring up 3 different Batmans when Kevin Porter, since he tried to out Kevin Porter for being gay and they're no longer friends. That's why he always brings up 3 Batmans. When Kevin Porter was there, you never knew about any other Batmans. So when you see him bring up Batmans, all of that is like a slap in the face to Kevin Porter. But Kevin Porter is definitely getting the last laugh, as Aaron will be out here begging fans for money in about 2 months.
We've had Josh Boltinghouse and Brian Morton. So, and we've used them on again, off again for different reasons, or availability or whatever the project calls for. No one's been fired. That's like you're in the middle of a project, and then, you know, you get fired. No one's been fired off a beatdown. That's very, very silly. Also, these, at the end of the day, they're fan films. There's no like contract. I'll tell you someone who was fired. Henry Cavill was fired as Superman. But which is terrible because he was great. But so was David. Hopefully that explains some of that, Vox. Hopefully I wanted to do Harley Quinn and Domino, which was cool. And Deadpool did so good for us that we needed a fighter, so fans wanted me back. But I would love to have Paul back.
Paul is not coming back, guys. Paul would never work with Aaron again. Paul is standing on principles and morals. All right. So him trying to get Paul back, that shit's done because he lied, saying Paul wasn't available. Paul was literally flying from New York to LA to help Aaron with his fan films for free. While Aaron was posting them joints, selling DVDs, Paul ain't get shit for it.
Paul's great. His look is more of a, because he wears prosthetics. He's got a prosthetic chin and a prosthetic nose. So it's more of that really exaggerated Joker look, kind of like from the Arkham Asylum Grant Morrison book, which is great. I kind of love that over the top animated look. But Paul's great and Patient J and stuff.
So why do you get recasted? Oh, well, he wasn't available and the fans wanted me and they like me. Your goal counter didn't count my greed. This one, because it was not at the threshold, it had to be like $4.99 or up. That's why I didn't count.
I also do find him, to be better than a lot of the official Jokers. I put him up there. Superman vs. Captain America, Superman would wipe the floor with him. Didn't he use a bunch of money for his wedding?
I don't know where y'all got this from, but for his wedding, all he wanted was money. No gift registry, just money. Make donations, 25, 50, 100, and what, other?
No, I used... Well, wait, what are you saying? Didn't he use a bunch of money? Well, I did use a bunch of money for my wedding. Savings. Did I use any appropriated funds? Is that what you're trying to say? That is silly and very funny. No, I'm an adult and I have a savings account and I use that to afford my wedding. You guys are really silly. I feel like you don't know how life works.
Now, he leaves it right there. Now, Grim Angel, I would love to call you up. And he said, sure. So I'm about to call Grim Angel right now because he was there for the deleted live stream. And it's just a phone call. If you want to turn your camera on, you can turn your camera on, then you'll be on stream. It's truly your choice. But I'm calling you right now. I don't mind having my camera on to chat. If you don't want your camera on, that's perfectly fine. But
hi, Henry.
How are you, Grim Angel?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you for having me.
Now, you happen to be there for his now deleted live stream. What'd you think?
I could tell right from the bat that this guy was fake. I'm not even trying to throw shade at him, but because he was on his you can ask me anything and I will answer. And not even just myself. There were other people in the chat, even reciting your videos, asking, hey, what's going on with this and that? And he would give very not even direct answers, no matter what, even to my questions.
Okay, now what were some of your questions? Can you just rehash them for the chat?
Of course, sir. Of course. I started off because I wanted to be respectful. I'm not the type of person to just attack people ever. But I asked him flat out, why is Kevin not returning as Batman? And he didn't answer that. I could tell this guy was just skipping comments. I even asked, okay, why do you still speak to Kevin? And he answered that. He answered that with a very blunt no.
I know. I saw that.
Yeah, he was like, no. like just flat out no, and that's it. So then I even tried to get some other answers saying, why is Marisha Ray no longer a part of Superpower Beatdown? And his response is, well, Marisha went off to do other things and she's quite successful right now, so we don't have any time to do Beatdown.
No,
Which,
that's not true.
hmm,
The reason why Marisha Ray is not there is because of this video right here that he filmed of her trying to he sexualized her washing the car. And I was told she actually spoke on it in terms of like Me Too-ish at a convention,
right.
but I can't find the clip anymore. And Aaron is aware of it. He like so he was like, oh no, she's doing really good right now. No, no, no. She stopped working with you because he sexualized her.
Right.
And I believe it was some possible litigation that was going to come if he like kept the video up and all that. That's why this video is gone. Like you should ask him, why did he take down the Marisha Ray car wash video?
Yeah, I got very blunt to the point where I was like, okay, if he this is how he's going to answer the questions, then let me go even more straightforward. I know that doesn't make the most sense. So I asked, like I typed in the chat, did you spread a rumor about Kevin Porter being LGBTQ? Because I was like, you can't ignore that. And he responded, I don't think you should be speaking about anyone's sexuality. And doesn't answer the question, but
At
what?
all. At all. Because the answer is yes, he did. He's told multiple people.
Like,
I don't say allegedly. I'm like, no, he did it. He did it.
yeah, because there were other people. I didn't mention you at all because I had a feeling he knew exactly. But there were other people saying, would you ever go on Henry's channel to address the accusations? And his response, flat out, no, because I don't feel the need to entertain clickbait or rage bait titles. And then I even commented this in the chat. I was like, at this point, you can't say it's clickbait because your old coworkers are coming forward and exposing you. So you can't play the oh, it's just a bunch of silly lies card. You can't play that anymore.
Yeah. Um man, I appreciate you and everyone else trying to get Aaron to answer the tough questions. Now, he did eventually say that him and Kevin Porter, he stopped messing with Kevin Porter because of some ethics. And
Yeah,
I was like, bro.
it even just that, like I know you just mentioned Kevin, but I want to mention Tatiana Neva because when I mentioned her, asked why is Tatiana Neva no longer appearing in Beatdown, and was like, he said this. He said, I don't find it respectful to mention your previous person, and I was confused, so I asked, wait, were you and Tatiana a couple? Because his wife was there, and he said that, and I was like, well, did you guys date or something? Like what? Because he was making it seem like some beef happened, like something really bad happened that now they don't speak.
Now, one, he definitely spread rumors about Tatiana, in which you saw the apology message. But I
Yeah.
was able to actually speak to Tatiana about
Oh,
it, and she actually confirmed it. Give me a second, and I'll put the confirmation on the screen. But what else? Here we go, right here. All right.
yeah, and another guy, I'm assuming he's a fan of yours. I don't know, but he asked, "Well, if Henry is spreading lies about you, then why don't you sue him and clear your name?" And Aaron was just like, "No, I don't feel the need to entertain that," because I noticed some contradictions in his speech too, where he started off with saying, "I don't watch that stuff." Then he mentioned, "Oh, my favorite joke is that I hate cucumber melon." And the guy was like, wait a minute, you just said you don't watch it. So how do you know about the cucumber melon? And even with we made a joke. Well, I didn't make the joke. Somebody else did. Somebody said his wife gets the Legend of the White Dragon money. And she was like, oh, yeah, I definitely get it. Trying to play it off like a joke. But she was like, I definitely get that money. And every.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean they try to play it off as jokes, but when push comes to shove, um I don't think it's really funny. And here is Tatiana Neva's um response to what Aaron said, and it reads, I'll get it right here. So I originally reached out to Tatiana and said, "Hey Tati, I recently did a video on some screenshots I received from an anonymous. I meant to say source. They detail were an apology message from a Facebook group. I covered them in this video. I sent her the video. I would love to hear your thoughts on the video and the screenshots in the video." Her response right here: "Hello, wow, these are a blast from the past. Yes, it really did happen. There
Wow.
was a lot of people involved. It was a dark time, not my brightest memory."
This is why I always comment, whether it be a live stream or in one of his Facebook chats, because he loves to post random clips from his old videos or about Jason David Frank. I keep commenting like, you cannot say it's lies at this point. And even with when it comes to Tyrone, his original Nightwing, his I asked him, I was like, why did he get replaced? And his response, like, I don't remember, like flat, I don't remember. And I was like, oh, more lip service. And
Now,
he,
keep going. Keep going. More
and,
lip service.
yeah, and even with that, I commented, okay, so you don't remember why you recasted Tyrone with yourself, and you don't speak to Kevin? Coincidence? I don't think so. And he just found my comment funny. He just was like, come on, dude. Like, I was like, okay, bro, but whatever. Because no
Okay.
matter anybody said, he would not give a direct answer or try to play it off like, oh, nothing, it's not that bad, yada yada.
Yeah, man. I'm happy people are actually starting to see Aaron for who he is. I love the fact that Tatiana actually confirmed the smear campaign ran against her. And I wish more people who were wrong came forward. What what would you say to the Aaron Shoenke believers who think it's all clickbait and negativity? And I'm gonna get to the super chats. I see you guys.
Yeah, shout out to, first of all, shout out to your super chats, shout out to all your commenters. But yeah, what I would say to the people who still believe this guy, I'm gonna be very based and blunt with them. That's very delusional because the proof is here. Because like I always say, you can't say it's clickbait because all they have to do is watch your videos, and even other people say watch Henry's videos, he's telling facts because people who worked with Aaron are exposing him. They're all saying the same thing. They wouldn't just band together for no reason and all say, oh, I was never paid or I was barely paid. Like, come on, you got to use your integrity here. It doesn't make sense
Why do you think he deleted that live stream?
because he knows that there are people who are starting to wake up and he can't take the heat. He can't take it because, like I said, he still tries to play the you can ask me anything and I will answer it. I will answer it. We ask him a direct question and he gives either a scripted answer or he doesn't answer it at all and he scrolls past. Kind of like his live stream with Jenna David Frank, and no matter what, he will not take accountability. And
He
what
would
makes me
never.
mad, I failed to screen record because I was on my laptop and not my phone. And I know you can probably screen record on your laptop, but I didn't think to do that. So I was like, damn, I didn't think about it at the time.
Yeah, man. I try to tell everyone like when this guy goes live screen record because he's probably going to delete it. What do you think about him just deleting streams overall? Because some of the streams where he's actually giving out information, he deletes those too.
The problem is that makes him look more guilty. And I even said this because he tried to. He there were points in the live stream where he would talk to me directly. He would say my name and be like, "Dude, like you don't know everything. There's so many little details you don't know." And I said, "Okay, if I don't know anything, then explain it to me. I'm here." Because I wasn't trying to provoke him. I even said, I'm not trying to throw shade. I just want answers. I'm asking you questions, but no matter what, just scripted answer. And he would waste time joking around with his wife because she kept coming in and out of the room, and even she was like, "Oh, they're just clickbaiters looking for attention." Because I'm mad I didn't screen record because he even talks about you, even though he doesn't say your name directly. But he's like, "Oh, I find it funny. I live rent free in this guy's head. Like I'm all he thinks about. I'm all he thinks about."
You know the crazy thing is, I saw the live stream, but I couldn't screen record. Coincidentally, I should have screen recorded.
Oh,
But
oh,
my phone, my internet was down in my house because we had a big storm and everything. So internet was down, and we just didn't get the live stream. But he talked about everyone. He talked about like Paul Monar. I was like, I would love to get Paul Monar back, and I'm like, dude, he won't even answer your phone calls. Why do you
yeah.
think he'll come back?
I saw a comment that said Henry's here, and I kind of started scrolling. I was like, "Oh, really? Where's Henry at?"
I was not there. I was not there. All right. Well, any last words, man?
I want to say thank you, Henry, for taking time to have me for one, and two, thank you for taking time to tell the truth. And I really respect how honest you are, where you're like, fact check me, like I'll make sure that I'm telling the truth, like make sure. So like I can tell you definitely. Because that's another thing he says, like, oh, he doesn't have that many viewers. And I was like, okay, but that doesn't mean anything.
That doesn't mean it's not true.
Like, that doesn't mean anything. So, yeah.
Oh man. Well, all right, man. Grim Angel, thank you again, man. Thanks for coming up, and
Thank you for having me.
I'll see you next time. All right. Peace.
Peace.
All right, everybody. That was Grim Angel. Obviously, Aaron Shoenke has a lot to hide and more skeletons coming out. But let me know what you guys thought of this segment. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.